Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Millennium stage. And now, we present an Irish Christmas with Zan McLeod and Friends with the Culkin Dancers.
Ladies and gentlemen, a roiní úsla. Tá fáilte roimh go léir chuig an ceolcurm speisialta seo. Ladies and gentlemen, you are very welcome this evening to this special concert, an Irish Christmas, or as we say in Ireland, Nulla Gearnach. My name is Claire Fitzgibbon, and amongst other things, I am the Cultural Attaché at the Embassy of Ireland. Christmas is a very special time in Ireland, as it is around the world, of course. It's a time for family, for joy, for laughter and celebration, and of course for music and dance. We're delighted to share with you this evening a little bit of our Irish culture, a little taste of Christmas in Ireland. And we're looking forward to sharing even more of that with you next year when the Kennedy Centre hosts Ireland 100, a 3-week Irish arts festival to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 1916 Easter Rising. It's the revolution that ultimately led to Ireland's independence. But getting back to this evening, We're about to see, and indeed have already seen and heard, some of the finest musicians in the DC area. Starting with Tina Eck. Tina plays the Irish flute and tin whistle. Originally from Germany, she discovered Irish music where else but in an Irish bar right here in Washington, D.C. Tina has travelled to Ireland on many occasions and has learned from some of the finest Irish tin whistle and flute teachers. She's now a teacher herself and performs regularly in the DC area as part of her duo Lilt, and with the ensembles Rambling House, the Irish Inmates, and the Flaming Shillelaghs. Mitch Fanning on fiddle is not only a consummate fiddle player, but an inspiring fiddle and violin teacher himself. He is the founder and director of Musical Arts and Dance Week, a fantastic summer school that brings together the finest traditional Irish musicians and dancers from across the United States and Ireland to teach the next generation of young performers. Mitch is also the director of the Bog Band, a talented group of young musicians, and himself a frequent participant in festivals and sessions. He performs on Monday nights with his fellow inmates at the Irish Inn in Glen Echo. Jesse Winch then was born and raised in the Bronx to Irish immigrant parents and was introduced to traditional Irish music by his father, Paddy. He's regarded as one of the top bodhran, that's the Irish drum instrument you can see him holding there. He's one of the top bodhran players and teachers in traditional Irish music. He also plays bouzouki, guitar and harmonica, and was a founding member of the Celtic Thunder Band. Jesse is also a member of the Irish Inmates, along with Mitch and Tina. And last but not least, the man who put together this evening's performance, Zan McLeod. Zan has been playing Irish music for over 30 years. He has played on several Grammy-winning CDs and has also recorded on several film soundtracks. Zan has organised this Irish Christmas event here at the Kennedy Centre Millennium stage for the past number of years, so we all owe him a debt of thanks this evening. Our musicians will be joined on stage this evening by dancers from the Culkin Irish Dance School. You've already seen some of their skills this evening, and we look forward to seeing more from Kelly, Katie, Maddie and Sierra throughout the course of the evening. Now, normally at this point, the MC says something along the lines of sit back, relax and enjoy the show, but that's not how we do things in Ireland. We want to see you joining in and getting involved. We want to see and hear you clapping your hands, tapping your feet, and if you want to warm up on this cold December evening, we might like to see you doing some dancing as well. So without further ado, I hand you back over to Zan, Mitch, Tina, Jesse, and the dancers of the Culkin School.
All right.
Thank you very much, folks. And thank you, Claire, for that very nice introduction. We opened our set there with a few reels. Zan kicked things off with the flying reel. And then we went into a tune called The Rainy Day to kind of celebrate the weather we've been having. And then the third tune was called Miss Thornton's. And then that wonderful Christmas medley you just heard started out with God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, and then we interspersed a couple of Kerry slides in there, O'Keefe's slide and Tenpenny Bit. So now we're going to have some hornpipes for you. And I'm going to switch to the harmonica. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was a few more reels for you there. The Torn Jacket was the first one, and then we played the Fox Hunters reel in G, and then we played it in A. You probably noticed we changed keys. That was very tricky.
All right.
So we played. You've seen some great dancing so far tonight. We've had reels and hornpipes, and now we're going to get into the world of the jig. And there's plenty of them out there, and this first medley is going to be a medley of slip jigs. And this slip jigs are probably the most exotic tempo in Irish music. They're in 9/8, which isn't really that exotic. But and we're going to have these great dancers who are with us here tonight, who you'll meet in a few minutes, come out and also give us a few steps. Kelly McGovern, Katie Kilner, Maddie Kilner, and Sierra O'Keefe. Nice work, girls.
This next tune is a waltz by the All-Ireland fiddle player named Liz Carroll, who lives in Chicago. And the story behind this tune, she actually wrote it in collaboration on a play, a theatrical production called The Road to Graceland. So this is a lovely little waltz she wrote. She's prolific, and you know this tradition that we all participate in continues to grow. New tunes are being written all the time by people all over the world. So this is one called The Letter to Peter Pan by Liz Carroll.
Mitch Fanning on the fiddle, Zan on the guitar. We're going to have another type of jig for you now, and have the dancers back out here. They're going to do a treble jig for you, and you may have noticed, if you haven't seen the shoes that they wear, they sound like they're tap shoes, but they're actually built up tips and heels, usually fiberglass, and the sound that they make they call trebles. So this is a treble jig that's based on the sound that the shoes make. It's like a standard double jig slowed down, and so you can hear the taps and stuff. And we're gonna play green sleeves for this dance. This has never been done before. So. Okay, we're going to change the pace yet again and play some Kerry polkas for you. You may have thought that the polka came from Poland, but that's not the case. It's from Ireland, from Kerry and Cork in particular. And so we're going to play two polkas for you right now. And I'm going to switch to this is the 5-string banjo, which you don't always hear in Irish music that much. Usually it's the tenor banjo. But we'd like to explore the relationship between the Irish music and the music you would have heard in Appalachia, because there's a direct influence there. Many of the settlers, of course, in Appalachia were Scots-Irish and later Irish. So the first tune is called the P&O Polka, they tell me. And the second one is called Mickey Chewing Bubblegum. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to have yet another type of dance for you, and this is called a set dance, and this is distinct from the four-couple sets that you may have seen or you may dance yourself. This is the solo set dance, and there's a lot of them in the Irish dance book, and they're all special choreographies. That's what kind of makes them different, and the metering is not always the same as you would find in a standard jig or a reel. So this particular one is a great old classic called The King of the Fairies. Thank you very much. Well, now we're going to play for you some music from the great harper Turlough O'Carolan.
Yes, all right.
Dan's going to tell you all about it.
Yes, thanks for coming to our little musical journey here tonight. We're going around the world, I guess, here, and this particular tune is called Planxty George Brabazon, and George Brabazon was a lord back in the 1700s, and a harper named Turlough O'Carolan was a famous writer back in those days, and he would write these pieces for commissions. So he would go, for special occasions, for special people, and this one was somewhere around 1720 or something. He wrote it somewhere around there. And so it's pretty old, and it sounds very Christmassy, I thought, anyway. So we'll play that, and then we're going to do a second piece of his called O'Carolan's Draft.
Thank you. So now we're going to play some double jigs for you. Well, one double jig, actually, kind of a regular jig called The Frosted's All Over. And then we're going to go into two slides. The first one is that we call Martin Mulvihill's, and then a third tune called Scattery Island. Thank you very much. We have a lovely air coming up for you now. That's a tune.
You've got them
As
all
well
now.
as air. We're covering all the bases tonight. And Tina's going to tell you all about this.
Oh, it's another Turlock O'Carrollin tune, the blind harper that Zan was talking about earlier. And he composed a bunch of really beautiful melodies that sound like the times he was in, kind of like a little bit Baroque, classical. And this one is called Michael O'Connor's, and Mitch is going to join me on that. We played twice.
This is also our closer, right? We're going out here.
Yeah, what time? What's the time? What's the time?
Okay, we'll have time. Okay.
Twice.
We're we're gonna have a few surprises in this medley for you as well.
All right. How much time we got? 4 minutes. All right. We'd like to say thank you. I think we have time for one more quick number, actually. We have 4 minutes left, so we're going to do one more number. We're going to do, we'd like to thank the Kennedy Center first and everyone involved here, Diana and Garth and all the people that helped me get the gig here. And we'd like to thank all our tech people, our sound people here, and they do such a great job. And anyway, the next set we're going to do is we're going to do some Jigs, Deirdre Hurley's and Mooncoin. Here we go.
One other thing. And don't forget. We also want to thank Zan McLeod for putting this all together. It's great to work with him.
Thank you, everybody.
Everybody take a quick bow up here. Ready? 1, 2, 3.